Hello again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michalak, and the awesome Steve Frazier.
Well, thank you, Nick.
And we're giving you a commentary today for Kindergarten Cop.
This is a little different than what we're usually up to.
A little bit different, but we haven't covered anything Arnold in a long time, and this is a bit of a different flavor for everyone, so figure we delve into it, and so hopefully you have your own copy of it. Hopefully, maybe you got the Tonal over 4K, which I don't have. But guys, get your timestamp over to 0 and turn your subtitles to follow along with the film, and we get synced up with the countdown. So in 3, 2, 1, play.
I don't know if we're not really doing this for an anniversary or because it's in a series or anything. It was just kind of one of those that we'd always talked about and never really had a spot for.
Yeah, originally this month we were going to do a Stallone Schwarzenegger double feature, but we pushed Rambo back further again.
Well,
it's Last
fine.
Blood. I thought it'd be a fun contrast.
It's fine.
So sure as hell not doing a Stallone comedy.
Well, I mean, we could.
Stop or my mom will shoot.
I mean, it's great.
Discuss a little.
So this is something that I don't know. It's this month we're covering 2 films from 1990, which is a weird.
Yes.
But Ivan Reitman, he's a legend in his own mind.
Yeah. Hot talent at the time.
For sure. Good partial beard.
Yeah.
And right in the middle of this shopping mall culture, which, as everyone knows, I love.
Mm-hmm.
Love the crayon logo.
Yeah.
Tatanka here in the lead role.
Yeah. He's got a bit of an odd... He's not the intimidating antagonist of the film. He looks like a douchebag with this ponytail deal going on.
Brickstone, Casual Corner. The Casual Corner might still be a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to look up the filming location because, is this the same one for Commando? No, it's not. It was actually used in Time Cop in '94 for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
This mall?
Yeah. Trying to examine the beard because we had the one in Running Man that looked kind of pasted on.
It really did. It looked terrible.
Trying to determine this one. I would think right when we kind of have him grow it out for a couple of days for authenticity.
Sure.
Because he's got it for a good quarter of the film. I'm sure in the 4K you could probably pick it up easier. It was a little hard to tell because he so rarely has a beard, at least back in the day.
Yeah, I don't love the beard. I guess only because it's thin. Like you can see too much face.
Yeah.
Looks like the guy from our the last commentary we did.
Yeah. It's interesting. Arnold did 2 films this year. Did Total Recall, which came out in June, and this comes out in December.
This is a December release.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Michael Chapman shot Raging Bull.
I love it.
Shooting this film.
I wonder if he won an Oscar for that.
I'm sure he was nominated.
I mean, this is a little bit easier of an assignment.
Yeah.
Not to say there aren't some action sequences.
Sure,
here,
but in terms of auteur visual.
Right.
And Raging Bull's particular visual style.
Yes.
Because, both films made over $200 million. Obviously, Total Recall cost a bit more than this did, but they still made major banks. It's like, right after this, he's doing Terminator 2.
Right.
So you can see the trajectory is right exactly to be one of the biggest blockbusters of the decade. And apparently he took a break from this to actually shoot that little teaser trailer for T2 where he's in the factory and they're molding the Terminator endoskeleton and everything. It was shot by Stan Winston.
Oh, okay.
So he took a short break, like a weekend or something, to go do that one.
How about 0? He looks familiar, but not like he's the...
Which one? Scraggly or
no,
ponytail?
Tatanka. He's like the Timu version of somebody that I know, and I can't think of who it is. And it's not Chris Chavez Tatanka.
What's this dude? I
think it's the lips.
Richard Tyson.
He's got the same lips as somebody.
Not much of anything I'm familiar with, really. There were the Fairley brothers. Stuff here and there, but...
I forgot that this was set in Oregon. I mean, maybe this part isn't, but
no,
but the main
bulk of it, yeah.
What a great move!
Yeah.
Stick it in the compactor. Nobody will ever know.
Regardless, I mean, it's a nice way they set this up. It's just like how Arnold looks. He looks like he's right out of fucking any other film he's done. You feel like you're setting up for like Red Heat 2 or something, you know? But Red Heat's not that good. It's really not that good.
I don't remember it.
It's James Belushi. He's not funny in it.
I think I saw it once.
But just like, you're really setting up like it's a regular Arnold action film. They're kind of going to transition over to something which I gotta have to see what the... trying to figure out. Yeah, it's a PG-13 rating on the whole thing. Which for some of the critics, and I kind of agree with them to a degree, as we go further along in the film, we can touch on it here and there, but one that is a PG-13 and you're still trying to make it kind of a family film, but you got the action elements in there that kind of push it towards the harder edge adult stuff, so it's a little bit trying to play two different masters in that regard.
It is interesting because it really is kind of marketed as a family movie.
Yeah. But then the first 20 minutes is
and I'm pretty sure
action flick. It's like it's 48 hours or something. Like, God, you idiot.
Yeah.
He's a pompous dick, ain't he? You get close up on the beard. I don't know. It just feels a little... I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
He's like, they let it grow out too much. You just need like a 5 o'clock shadow. It feels like it's just a little too scraggly.
And that's Timu Drew Barrymore.
Apparently, they originally wrote his partner as a man, but they just couldn't find anyone to fit for it, so they just rewrote it as a woman, and it works.
I always like those kind of match play kind of things where two different sets of characters are saying or doing the same thing, unbeknownst to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I feel like I saw this when I was young.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it in the theater, but
yeah.
I'm sure that we rented it when I was, 11, maybe. If it came out in December,
it
was probably on video by my birthday in June. Yeah. So, and this wasn't the worst of the movies that I'd seen by summer of '91.
Yeah, sure. And of course, although he worked with Reitman on Twins before this, so it's like he lobbied for Reitman to do this because it was originally going to be Ron Howard.
Well, that makes sense because Brian Grazer was a producer with Ivan Reitman, and Brian Grazer is Ron Howard's partner. I don't know if they were partners then, but...
But the fact is, since he didn't end up doing this, he ends up doing Backdraft instead.
Well, way better.
Yeah.
Way better. God damn, I love Backdraft. Look at these two.
Yeah.
Straight out of Central Casting.
Oh, yeah, they're 80s, 90s henchmen right off the book. It's a great look. It works. Just the overall design works very well for this gritty city cop deal.
I just don't like the beard.
Yeah.
I know that I said it was a great half beard at the front of this thing, but on further review, it's not.
And the glasses, the trench coat, it's just playing a little bit on the general image of Arnold in these action films. Well, Branscombe Richmond from Renegade. He was a regular stunt guy.
That looked like an oopsie. Why does Arnold always have to have this, shotgun type situation?
Well, anything else looks small in his hands. You got to give him a big old honking gun.
Yeah, but it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Love that. As fun, I don't know if fun's the right word, as popular in the zeitgeist as it is, I don't know if I love Arnold always talking in sound bites.
Okay.
There's
some films that leaned it really heavily, some things that kind of played a little bit lighter from it. It's like Running Man has nothing but that to work with. I mean, you got tired of it real fast in that one.
I did. And I don't know, The Expendables was another one.
All right, they weren't really writing characters in those films.
I know. But I'm just saying, everybody talked in sound bites.
Yeah.
It'd be Freddy Krueger after, the fourth one.
Yeah.
Hand me the keys, you fucking cocksucker.
Yep.
Hand me the keys, you fucking cocksucker.
Flip you for real.
Now that's a beard.
Oh, yeah. That's a beard, too.
Absolutely.
That's a corporate
he looks like
lawyer beard.
Ellis.
Oh, yeah.
Hart Bachman. Bachner. Thank you for the exposition.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, there was, on the street, there was, the Los Angeles Theater.
Okay.
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah, he's looking Wolfman-esque here.
Yeah, it's so, willy-nilly. It's
Yeah.
partially gray, and it's partially...
Yeah, it's not working.
He looks like Val Kilmer. That's who he looks like.
Yeah, long hair. would have liked Val Kilmer better in the role.
I would agree.
Yeah. It's not working for me. It's too woolly, like you said.
Yeah, it really is. It's almost like somebody sponge painted it on,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's probably real.
Yeah, like I said, just need like a Sonny Crockett 5 o'clock shadow deal. That's all you really needed.
Right. Cut it back about 4 days.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this woman before in other things. Maybe I'm just remembering her from this. And
well, Pamela Reed. Let's see what she's got here. She's in The Right Stuff.
yeah, okay.
Cadillac Man.
For being a family film, I'm very, like, if I'm 11, I don't know, how was I interested in this?
Right, that's the problem. You market it as a family film, but the first entire act is just almost close to an R-rated action film. It's playing like any other film in that genre at this time.
Right, because right here is the end of Act 1.
Yeah. Yeah, she was in The Long Riders. She was in...
hey, look at that. It's Alaska Airlines with all of its doors intact. And
and she's The Long Riders, Proof of Life. So she's Bob Roberts. Here, there, and everywhere. So things.
That kid's not wearing a seatbelt. Swear to Christ. I've been on like a dozen airplanes in the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
If some little fucker was trying to play with his truck on my head...
Yeah. Smack him around a little bit.
100%. Air travel isn't like it used to be. There you go! Can't do that in 2024. Breakfast? How long is a flight from LA to Portland? Like, you don't get food on a plane now unless your flight is like over 7 hours or something. Look at that. He's got a muffin, he's got sausage, he's got berries.
Like, Jesus. This ain't first class, pal.
Oh my God, I would absolutely bury that child.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the parent? Because today he would be sued for even talking to the child.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go up that way. Oregon, Washington. Food poisoning is the worst.
Oh.
If that's exactly what she has, I don't know. But I've had it twice, and I wanted to die both times.
There was one time I had a rehearsal scheduled for one of my films, and one of the guys didn't end up showing up because he called back and said, "Food poisoning, man."
It is the worst.
Just out. He was out.
I don't know why she's running around looking for a bathroom. You don't have that much time.
Yeah,
is the problem.
Yeah. So just puking one of them barrels out there.
It is, or on the side of the road. It's legit 12 straight hours of vomiting every 20 minutes.
Ugh.
Like, it's the worst.
It's like, how is there still stuff left in
Right,
there?
well, and that's the thing, because, some people get it out both ends, and then you're like, how is there any liquid left in me? You're really dehydrated.
No.
You drink a little bit of water, you throw that up. I mean, it's like the worst.
Yeah, just utter rejection.
Yes. So, I'm guessing that's what they're implying here, is that she has food poisoning, which, it's a solid 12 hours.
Yeah. And she had a thing earlier on saying, I'm a hypoglycemic, so she's got to keep her blood sugar up. And so it's got to be a nightmare.
Aw, with the umbrella and the carrying. Yeah, that's funny.
That's an Arnold bit.
So is the idea that she is going to be imposter teacher?
Yeah, because she's apparently has actual experience being a teacher.
Got it. I don't remember how they said they're going to get her in the classroom, though.
They established that they have an arrangement with the principal or something like that.
Oh, to call it a substitute or something?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
A little ferret.
They are so cute. We fear it.
I would be her. I'd be so.
You don't like a ferret?
I don't like animals whatsoever. We do not exist on the same wavelengths.
Oh,
just nothing.
I love little critters.
Just leave me alone. Such physical comedy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It really does kind of genre shift, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I would love a ferret. Or a snake. I really want a snake.
Mm.
I'll settle for cats. I currently don't have any, but I will eventually. And maybe a snake.
Mm. There we go. Much better.
Oh, 100%.
Way better.
Oh, I totally forgot that's the reason he ends up in the room, in the classroom, is because she has food poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this movie in, I can't even tell you how many years. Decades at this point, I think. I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid. But I bet it's been at least 20 years since I've watched it.
She's great.
Did you watch it before this?
Oh, yeah.
God, I want to go there. Look at that. I love small town life for a little while. That looks like every other school building in every other movie.
Yeah. And apparently when they set up shop here to film everything, they kind of installed new stuff for the playground, new shrubbery, stuff like that. They kind of gave the whole place a good facelift.
I like it. I assume that they left it there.
Yeah. Penelope Ann Miller, she would get hot real fast after this. She would do Carlito's Way.
Sure. And she's somebody, too.
Linda Hunt, yeah, her and Penelope Ann Miller actually work again in The Relic a couple years after this with Peter Hyams. And she's fabulous. She's really damn good. She made that Richard Grieco vehicle, If Looks Could Kill.
Oh, sure.
Then she would end up being in, like, NCIS Los Angeles or something like that for like 8 years or some shit.
That's not true.
I love how stiff he's playing it.
Right. Look, it's like twins.
Yes.
I think Danny DeVito is exactly 5 feet tall.
I guess for a hot second they thought about Danny for the role, but they also thought about like Patrick Swayze, which I could have seen. Swayze was a really damn good actor. He could swing between a lot of different things.
For the role, for Arnold's role?
For Arnold's role. But it had to be Arnold. You need that kind of contrast. This big, imposing guy. It's all stiff and everything. Oh, no nonsense cop.
Did she die?
Grim little kid here.
Yeah, I love it. And he's hyperventilating. That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Love that. It might be kind of fun to be a kindergarten teacher.
Sure.
Although I'm probably in the role that he's playing, where I have no idea what I'm doing. Nick, good side pony on the one girl, second row on the right. Oh, they're twins. Everybody. Yeah, I love it.
Not helping.
I'm Spartacus.
Spartacus.
Love it. This girl's great.
There's our boy. It's old Miko. Fresh off a Pet Cemetery.
So, fun fact. When I met Miko HUghes 7 or 8 years ago, I was with my best friend Randy and his wife Tiffany, and Tiff was so kind of starstruck at Miko from all of the things, the Pet Cemetery, the Cosby Show, New Nightmare, this he was very much in the public eye, and so she actually convinced him to say into her camera, boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. And so I was present to hear Miko HUghes at the age of, 28.
Something, yeah.
Say those lines. Now, who's watching her kids? Monsters. Yeah, this is me. No idea what's going on.
No.
Completely angry at everybody. Can you imagine how much fun it would have been on set? Look at him looking up his skirts. How much fun would it have been for these kids? Ow. Jesus. Uh-oh. Hulk smash!
Arnold's got great facial expressions.
Look at Miko.
The kids are great.
What in the world is happening? Sir? What? Ferrets are cool. I was friends with a girl in middle school that had a ferret. I love this kid. That's not one at a time. I'm having an aneurysm on his behalf. I feel like this is me as a kid.
He looks kind of like you.
He does, actually. I think that kid is somebody too.
Yeah, they were played by twins.
This kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them on the introducing line on the opening credits. Oh, that's funny. And he just dead soldiers into the...
I mean, Critters 3.
Oh, that old classic.
Other brother. Different. Typically, they got cast in a lot of the same stuff. Back and forth. Because one's got to take a nap time, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, whenever there's kids in a leading role,
I need a nap time.
I'm
I'm not 10 years old.
I'm here recording with you, so I don't get my nap today,
No.
unfortunately. I find it interesting that all the ladies are so smitten with Arnold. Like, I don't know. I just don't see him as a heartthrob.
No, but as you're kind of probably sitting in this sleepy suburb, you see this muscle-bound man walking around looking like a Greek god. I mean, Something to it. She looks like should be in a New York penthouse right now.
Right. She putting the moves on him?
A little.
Look at this hair. How does one go about creating this hairstyle? Lots of hairspray, I guess. Right. Kids can't play with dolls. The boys. What a relief that he's assaulting.
He's a pervert.
Right.
Named the kid Sylvester, too. You don't think that's a dig? Just for the hell of it?
Well, maybe. I don't
know. I'm just saying. The two of them had a bit of a rivalry back in the day. Oh, Arnold's that big. I gotta get bigger muscles. I gotta be bigger in Rambo 3 than he was in Commando. Oh, he's going for this role, I gotta go for that role. I gotta one-up him. They were constantly doing that at the time. So Stallone ended up doing Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Because Arnold put it out there like, well, I'm interested. I'm interested in this film. So then Stallone would take it instead.
I just don't know if he would have any sort of...
prankster Arnold.
I don't think that he would have any say over the character names.
No, it just...
It could be a coincidence, but that's a very uncommon name, so...
Yeah, it just... I don't know. It evokes certain things, whether it was intentional or not.
Man, I hope the 4K looks better than that.
Yeah.
Oh, Berenstein Bears. Love that. He just drops him. The poor kid.
Arnold had a fun ass time with these kids. He had such a wonderful time. He loved it.
I quoted this not that long ago.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. That's got to be the most famous line from this movie, right?
Yeah.
But I quoted, "Who is your daddy and what does he do?" This is great.
This kid's a sad sack.
Like you could tell that he was trying not to laugh. This girl is the cutest goddamn thing I've ever seen.
Little tongue bit. You can't wear it.
I wonder, like me. Yeah. That's my kid. That's my daughter. I wonder how much of, like, if they let any of these kids ad-lib a little bit.
I think most of them were doing ad-libbing about their own parents and stuff like that and just letting them
Except
go.
for the 2 or 3 key one, like these two.
2 or 3 are getting specific lines, but they probably just set the camera down and let them all kind of run certain things and just figure it out after the edit.
perfect.
He's so cute. I mean, it'd be really tough not to cast Miko as the main kid. The one they're looking for.
He seems much younger
than the main kid?
Than the main kid, yeah. Poo poo gaga. That's the son of Mo Howard, apparently, with a haircut. Look at all those animals they got. Yeah. And the ferret is the mascot? Let's jump on the desk. It's a fire. There's the old boxy police car that I love.
Yeah.
I love it. The, as in the only one? I have some pretty distinct memories of doing the fire drill in class.
Yeah.
And we have to go outside through this door and stand in this spot on this sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was very specific. It's a Cosby sweater.
Mm-hmm. Climbing the street side.
That's funny. He really is a cute kid.
Yeah.
What is that? Now, imagine how fun it was for her.
Yeah.
Basically, she gets to just make fun of Arnold the whole time.
Yeah. And Arnold's always such a good sport, man.
Oh, dear. You can't just change your table of 2 to 4.
No.
She hasn't even sat down yet, and she's already telling her about the...
She's a really good performer in this.
I don't think that's how it works. I will say, I love the kid sleeping with 2 chairs. it takes a minute after you're done with the food poisoning to be hungry.
Sure.
But when you are hungry, you are ravenous.
Yeah.
So this is on brand.
Yeah. I mean, she said it was like a stomach bug or something else like that, but that's...
Yeah. He's just all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know what would be worse, teaching kindergartners or teaching high schoolers.
Oh boy.
Like
angst versus chaos.
Right. Like angst and chaos versus uneducated chaos.
Sure. Oof.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have the kindergartners.
Maybe. They're a lot messier, though.
Well, yes, dirty chaos versus
the attitude,
angsty chaos. This is a good poll question. All right, if you could be a teacher, would you rather teach kindergartners or high schoolers? I'm going to vote kindergarten. Yes.
I like it.
There's like internal resentment a little bit, which is good.
He's not really sure where he wants to land in this situation.
Like, the whole plot device here is that he is so large and in charge.
Yeah.
And has thrust into a situation where he has no idea what to do.
Yeah. And it's such a great thing with Arnold that he worked with a lot of great people, not just directors, but also a lot of actors, and paid attention as he went along from film to film to kind of learn what to do on screen. Working with a guy like James Earl Jones or Carl Weathers, or doing the comedy with Danny DeVito and stuff like that, just a little bit at a time, just paid attention to all these guys who are a lot more experienced than he is, to learn more of the skills to incorporate into how to project things on screen.
This little girl on the left, she might be my favorite. The one who has a dad whose head is so big he can't wear hats, like me.
Yeah, try to project Stallone into this. I just don't see it working. The difference in how they approach comedy. Arnold always really kind of gets the joke.
Right.
And he kind of gets the tone, and Stallone usually kind of plays things a lot more cheeky to a certain degree. Arnold's kind of like, he's willing to kind of play up a parody of himself in a way.
Yeah, he realizes that he's like a caricature of himself.
Yeah.
And Stallone most definitely takes himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma. My girl, Emma. All right. Oh my God, she's the best.
Oh yeah. They apparently auditioned like thousands of kids just to find the few, because there's a crop of them. They're just like, oh,
right,
make it a hard watch sometimes. Apparently, Arnold actually had a birthday during production. They threw a surprise party, and everyone was.
Oh, really?
The kids all sang for him.
Terrific, this is working. Love it. I love that kid. Like, it's weird to think that Miko HUghes is like third billing on the kids.
He's top tier for us. Yeah.
Doesn't he feel so much smaller? Than the rest?
I mean, what was he in Pet Cemetery? Like
2.5 or 3? 2.5 or 3. Yeah. So he would have been 3.5 or 4 here.
Yeah.
And in kindergarten, you're usually 5.
Yeah.
Or 6.
Roughly.
So.
It's adorable.
Oh, yeah. I mean.
We need plushy Miko HUgheses.
Yes. Like if Gizmo was a human, it'd be Miko HUghes.
Yeah, totally. Even this music is wonderful.
I want to know, like, they're kind of skipping over the part where he actually teaches them stuff.
Sure.
But I remember doing this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Also, speaking of bringing it full circle, I recall there being nap time in my kindergarten.
Yeah.
Like, for half hour or something, we all just laid on a mat and took a nap. And that was back when it was only a half day.
Sure.
Now kindergarten kids go all day.
Oh, boy. This is fabulous.
Everyone cue up the montage song from Team America, where each clip shows a little bit of progress. Miko doesn't know the words. Look at her. I've never wanted a kid so bad in my life. The ferret on the desk. This is so good. I want to be in this class. He's wearing sweatpants and a polo. Aww. Wow. It's heartbreaking, right?
Yeah.
Like everything about this is heartbreaking.
I mean, this is the great pivot point. I mean, they got the entire montage, which is the midpoint of the whole thing, and now you're giving him a little more emotional weight about his character.
And it's from the perspective of 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
I love that they never clean the paint off the chalkboard. The ferret's just hanging out.
Oh, there's your nap time. See?
Come on, Emma. Lay down. She doesn't want to.
She's engrossed.
Even the ferret wants to take a nap. This is kind of unlike Arnold. Like, it's
sentimentality, yeah.
This isn't your typical Arnold movie.
Yeah. And Arnold could have done this 5 years earlier. He just wouldn't have the, like I said before, he didn't have the tools yet. It's not like he was ever a great actor, but he's learned a lot in the last couple of years doing this stuff.
That Lego dinosaur or whatever that's missing its head is pretty sweet. I can't get over how much that guy looks like Val Kilmer. And Tatanka. Isn't that a conflict of interest? I remember one time, I think I was in 2nd grade, and we were doing some sort of field trip, and the field trip involved going to the teacher's house that was in the neighborhood. It was only like 3 blocks away. So we all walked to the teacher's house and did some sort of thing in her kitchen, where we peeled apples and made a pie or something weird. It was very weird. I remember, I think we made butter, in the little jars. We shook the cream until it turned into butter. It was a kitchen-themed field trip. We literally walked to her house.
It's weird.
Well, I mean, this is 1987
Peculiar.
or so. Yeah.
I just nothing ever occurred that way to me.
And that was only a few years before the events of this movie, so it's well, perspective really is the key here, because all of these things that we think are completely out of bounds were just so normal back then. Wow. And they were having naked time, but also eating noodles. I'm just curious what they were doing while she was eating the pasta.
Sure, what's on the menu here?
Right, exactly. I mean, he's a chef, so...
Sure. You didn't cook that shit here.
That's, all right, then. I'm very curious what else is on the lunchboxes and the T-shirts and the... That's a bad sweater.
Yeah.
Over a blouse. Oh, go for a walk, kid. You're 6. You can just go wherever you want.
Yeah.
Kid's also wearing a cardigan. This is a... Alright, interesting wardrobe choices. Like, whoa. Like, this turned real dark real quick, didn't it? Like, whoa, this is dark.
So yeah, you can see how kind of the criticism was like just a little too much tinge of a darkness on the film to keep the light family-friendly atmosphere to it. It plays fine for adults in that regard, but when you're trying to put the 8-year-old in, it's like, I'm not sure exactly which way you want to go on that.
What kind of shop is this? Street fair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Little top dollar toot.
Yeah.
I think. Hard to say. It could have been heroin. I love that the mom's in on it.
Yeah.
Now, oh, I guess he found out because the kid's been beaten by his actual dad.
Right. Because he was the lone one out in trying to figure out who the dad was.
Right, right.
Trying to pin down all that shit and everything, so...
Right. So we're looking for the one without a dad, and clearly this one has one because it's been leaving bruises all over the kid. That is a little extreme way of writing that plot point into existence, isn't it? Like, they could have just as easily said that the dad has, like, cancer or something.
Something, yeah.
And that's why he's reserved or whatever.
Right.
Dad's real sick.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, we get it. But no, they went right to domestics.
Right, right.
I think that little kid could pass for Val Kilmer's kid.
Yeah.
I do think as a kid it would have been super cool if the teacher was dating one of my parents. I think I would have enjoyed that.
Yeah, this was a kind of an interesting sort of release date because Home Alone came out about like a month and a half before this, and they thought it was going to get swallowed up by it. Arnold was like trying to urge them to kind of push it back to the spring or something like that, but clearly the studio won out because it grossed over $200 million.
This did?
This did.
I don't remember that it grossed $200 million.
Yeah. I mean, that's for worldwide box office.
Well, sure, but... Yeah, Home Alone came out like in November, right?
Yeah, or I think it was right at the beginning of November, so they had a month and a half break. Or to give you enough breathing room to open something else. This came open almost like right before Christmas.
Now he's just gonna go digging through the home?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, as a policeman...
Yeah.
Like, he was invited in.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
I don't know if this is an illegal search and seizure or not.
Oh, it's under false pretenses.
Well, sure.
There's a Ghostbusters merch push there for Reitman.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He probably just went into his closet and was like,
sure, yeah.
What do I have left over from my other film sets?
And it's the same studio, too. I don't want to get caught in that drawer.
No. Who uses hat boxes anymore?
Hmm.
That's a good improv, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cheers. This is probably around the time that he was having his own illegitimate son with the cleaning lady, right?
Oh boy, yeah.
that kid, Joseph, right? By Anna, by something. Anyway, his illegitimate kid. I follow him on Instagram.
Okay.
And he is a bodybuilder.
Wow.
And looks just like him.
Jeez.
It's awesome. I don't remember why I started following him, but I started like a long ass time ago.
Hmm.
Maybe it was around the time of the scandal when it came out.
That was a long old time ago. Was it like early 2010s, maybe?
Yeah.
It was after the political run, to a degree.
Maybe I didn't even have Instagram at the time. I don't know. Yeah, Instagram is Joe, and then his last name Baena, and he's a bodybuilder and looks just like Arnold.
Yeah, he's got it.
All kinds of photos of him and videos of him like working out.
Yeah, flexing.
Yeah. He seems like a pretty cool guy from what you can ascertain via social media.
Sure.
Which may or may not be anything.
Yeah.
Are his eyes green?
Arnold's?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if I've ever really paid. I don't know if I've ever really paid attention. We might need a daylight scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a live like bamboo plant? What is that? Some kind of orchid? Weird up on the mantle. Yeah, maybe it's just the lighting. I love all the teachers, like... Oh, this is, Lincoln. As we record this, as we're recording this, today is, Abe Lincoln's birthday.
Okay.
So this is very fitting. That's why we're doing it. We're gonna promote this for President's Day and Abe Lincoln's birthday. Oh, this kid and his dad, everything dying. Oh boy. Walk around in a circle. Here we go. There's my girl Emma at the end in her grandma's sweater. It's like a craft fair going on in the school. What's happening? And why are they rehearsing their play or whatever in the same space? I'm really glad that they didn't have these two be a love interest.
Yeah, it works better this way.
You're just gonna give away a pony?
Trying to look up Arnold photos to get his eyes. It looks almost like a teal or something.
Yeah, I think it's either blue or green.
Yeah. The one crouching down.
Taking a knee. Like they're kids, you can't do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're all actors. You know, some of them might have been cast in this, and then they're not really speaking roles. They're like extras.
Right.
You know, you and I could, in theory, be an extra in a movie today with no acting experience.
Right.
But yeah, I imagine it's like herding chickens, you know?
Speaking of Rocky.
Right, exactly. That was a fun little bit.
Yeah.
I love Rocky. All of them. Even 5, the bad one. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Bullshit. Oh, look out, dude. Love it. I feel like he'd already be sued and fired and everything in today's.
Yeah, if it was today's context, yeah.
You can't even talk to people anymore. Like if he even asked the lady about it, fired.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone's lawsuit happy and hair triggers everywhere.
I feel like they would have to let her in on the joke, right? Or the story.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have a license to be a teacher, right?
Yeah, well.
So...
Eric, my good friend, has been an elementary school teacher for, I think, about 24 years now.
Okay. Like, you have to be certified, right, to be a teacher.
Yeah.
So, I could see this scenario being real as long as there was some sort of, like, quote-unquote teacher's assistant that was licensed in the room with them. You know what I mean? Like, like there would have to be somebody else in the room that...
Right. Cut to a corpse.
Yeah, this
in a supposed family film.
It's very weird.
There's a little tonal whiplash in places on this film. I mean, Reitman's navigating it's more the perception. He's navigating all the stuff very well. Just seeing what the film is supposed to be marketed as. Yeah, and it's a little weird. And it's a PG-13, which is rated right. It's rated correctly.
I agree.
It's like, okay, you're trying to make it a family film, but it's a PG-13, and they got some little more adult elements here, so it's a little bit an odd mix.
Look at that!
Look at that
shot.
Sky.
Is that real? Is Astoria a real place?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm fairly certain, because there was a tidbit about this, that the house from the Goonies was like right down around the block or something like that from the elementary school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was all shot in Oregon,
and that house
right near all the same sort of coastline stuff.
Okay, Astoria, Oregon is a real place. Zip code 97103. So you know it's up there. Yeah, it's right on the ocean.
Yeah.
I believe right across the bay is the state of Washington. So I think it's like top left corner.
Yeah.
Ah, Abe Lincoln. Happy birthday, Lincoln. What a coincidence. Today's also my mom's birthday. Oh. So shout out to my mom.
Happy birthday, Mother.
Who always thought as a kid that she got off school because it was her birthday. Because back then, when she, in the 50s and 60s,
what do you know?
They were off on Lincoln's birthday, not President's Day didn't exist at that point.
They kind of condensed it later on.
So she was always very excited to have her birthday off of school.
We don't get any other presidents' birthdays off since fucking Lincoln. Like, dead stop.
Right. There's no, like, Grover Cleveland Day.
No Taft Day.
Right. Well, no. It's the day you take a bath. You just get in the bathtub.
Get stuck in the bathtub.
God damn it. Subsequently become the real teacher. Like, is that really supposed to be the distraction in this movie? Like, the swerve? Like, oh, he actually likes it and becomes the real teacher, and then at the end he has to, like, give up being a teacher to go back to being a... You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's the question that gets proposed to him at the end of the film. Which way are you going to go?
I feel like once you're a cop, you're always a cop.
You
know?
Yeah.
Like, it's in your blood and you're just married to the business.
Yeah.
That's Sal Kilmer. Yeah, I follow some like filming location places on Instagram, and one of them just recently had the Goonies house.
Okay.
Like a then and now situation.
Sure.
And it looked almost the same.
Okay.
I need to rewatch the Goonies. I got it on 4K, but I never watched my copy.
Okay.
I got it like in the last couple of months.
Okay.
Like shortly before Christmas. So.
About the only real place I especially went out to hunt down was the high school from Ferris Bueller, which is about the same. They just changed the railings out.
Yeah.
That's all the way up in the north suburbs.
Have you ever been to the Home Alone house?
No.
Oh, okay.
Winnetka?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't
it's
either.
Not that far.
I know
about half an hour hop from here.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I've never gone up there either. It just Winnetka feels like a whole world away from where we are.
All the stuff like Evanston and so forth.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that, that's for sure. Although it is on the coast like that.
Yeah, but it's not quite so craggy.
It's Lake Michigan, not the Pacific. It's a yellow raccoon. I am really kind of struggling to understand why an 11-year-old would like this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly I did.
Yeah.
But, you know, to your point, if you look at the marketing on it, it's him in the classroom with all the kids.
Yeah.
And
it's
feels
like a comedy through and through.
Right, like a straight comedy.
Yeah.
Hard-nosed guy who doesn't barely speak English is now the kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
He's on a pony. I had a pony. I hate anyone who ever had a pony. It's one of my favorite Seinfelds. Tracker. They don't make those anymore.
That's a Geo.
Geo Tracker. Yep.
Let's see, those around no more.
Yeah, let me see if I can get some info on that.
I don't know if that was a General Motors thing or what. It's like Saturn.
Well, I had a Saturn for so many years. So many years. 13, 14 years, my Saturn. What's playing over there?
Animal House, American something.
Animal House, was that also a Reitman?
That's a Landis.
Landis. American Graffiti.
Lucas.
I always get
Revival House.
Yeah, I always get Landis and Reitman mixed up.
Sure.
It was the Tracker was originally made by Suzuki in 1988 to 1990 in Japan, and then went to GM in the Canada and the US from 89 to 2004, and then apparently it went all the way to 2016 in Ecuador. But in the United States it stopped production in 2004.
Sure.
So it was brand new. 89 was the first year of U.S. production. So that was a hot new car.
Yeah.
And when they made this. It's weird how they kind of abandon the school story. Like, they have to choose, right?
Right.
I think her character is very realistic.
Yeah.
He's at the water tower or the power pole or whatever.
Yeah.
That's an owl? Is that a real owl that flew by? That wasn't a CGI owl. Was that a real owl?
You know what? Penelope and Pamela was also in Adventures in Babysitting as we were discussing things. Our
Yes, she
breaks
was.
between things today.
Penelope Ann Miller was the girlfriend of, not, well, the hold on, let me think. She might have been the one that was canoodling with Brad.
Gotcha, in the sports car.
Yeah, in the sports car.
There we go. She worked with old Broderick a couple times. Loxley Blues, the freshman. She had a good career. She's had one. She's in Chaplin, too.
Ooh.
Downey.
Right, yeah. Like full-on cocaine Downey.
Yeah.
Pre-court Downey.
Yeah.
Pre-jail Downey. Yeah, you could see that the Goonies house fits right into this neighborhood, right? Yeah, that's fun. I didn't realize that they were at the same place. A rhino on the wall.
I was trying to figure that one out.
A rhino bust. Plush. That's kind of cool. There you go. It's all I know how to be. I feel like every cop in America has said that at some point. Longer than yours has been alive. What a dad outfit he's got on, too. That stripy polo.
Yeah.
Tucked in. Is he wearing a belt at least?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
There it is.
And we still have a half hour left of this movie.
Yeah. I did feel like when I was watching, it's like it's a little baggy on the crime story.
Oh, there it is. They're very grindy with their faces.
Yeah.
Kisses don't have to... You can just hold pat. You don't have to move your face all around in a circle.
Yeah. But like, it's so weird seeing Arnold in that type of moment because he usually just never plays a romantic relationship on film. It just never seems like it fits for him. She's impressed.
Aw, the kids are so good. No.
There he is.
Oh, I love it.
There you go.
Yeah!
Yay!
Like, this is the... You start off this conversation with a scenario of a stranger knocking on the door.
Sure.
I find... I'm a little torn on this. Never talk to strangers. Like... I don't know. Like, it's... Like, I feel like that's the wrong blanket message. Like... Never talk to strangers when you're by yourself is better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I understand what they're...
It's complicated.
It is.
And it's hard to impart the complicated quality to the kids.
Right. And I don't know how to make a blanket statement that
Right.
makes sense to children.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that guy looks anything like...
No, the other
That
kid.
kid.
The kid, no.
She's got to be like 4'10".
Yeah.
She's like a Rhea Perlman type or a
Oh, yeah.
Zelda Rubinstein.
Yeah.
Cullen Jr. Like, his first name is Cullen? Cullen Crisp is his name?
It's Crisp. His name is Crisp.
Well, it's his last name.
It's his last name?
Cullen Crisp.
It's still a stupid name.
Yes.
Either way you cut it, it's a really, really bad choice. Sounds like a breakfast cereal
Yeah,
mascot.
he's got like a double last name.
Yeah, Cullen, yeah, no.
Cullen, also the last name of the people in Twilight, which was set in Oregon.
For Christ's sake. He looks like he belongs in that film.
Which I surmise that idiot that wrote those books stole from Stephen King. The greatest character in my favorite book, The Stand, his last name is Cullen. And oh no, that one's a real one.
Yeah.
There's white smoke, which means that it's fake TV smoke. Kind of smart of the criminal to light a fire. Like, don't just pull the alarm like a normal person.
Sure.
Literally light the fire.
Yeah. Need some chaos in here. It's a
Right.
literal smoke screen.
Right. There you go. I need a pet. I go out of town too much for a pet.
Yeah.
I want a pet so bad, but... Good response time.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot imagine that the Astoria or wherever the hell they are, police or fire department has a hook and ladder truck. Like, ladder trucks are expensive. My dad was a fireman, for anyone that doesn't remember. So I grew up... Stranger, that's good. That's a good callback. I grew up in the, playing on fire trucks when I was a kid. I remember the town that I lived in, which currently has 7 fire stations. I remember when they got their ladder truck for the first time, and it was like a big deal. Like, they got one ladder truck for the whole town, and it's a town of 100,000 people.
Yeesh.
So I can't imagine, like, it's like that. And I can't imagine that this little town has a ladder truck. But, hey, what do I know? Now all the firemen that are listening along will comment about what I don't know.
Well, your dad.
Well, I know, but maybe...
all that stuff, I mean, you've got some...
It's my perspective. Watch, that's like the actual town's actual fire truck. I also don't remember ever having lockers when I was in elementary school.
No.
Like, that seems weird to me.
That was junior high upwards.
Yes. Yes.
Well, the exteriors were in Astoria, but the interiors were shot all shot in Los Angeles, so they might have...
Just used a regular schoolroom or a set. Could have been a school set that they had somewhere.
Something, yeah.
Where's your hat is a good line. I was just sitting back here reflecting on that, because he told the kid he was a fireman. No. Like, that could be actual scared reaction, out of the kid.
Yeah.
Like, because he really shook him there for a second. Surely, like, that kid's mom, or I'm sorry, that's twin boys, their mom was on set, likely. Oh, no! There's a good fireman mustache. Every single one of my dad's colleagues looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
Well, my dad even kind of looks like that. They all have the same mustache. And they're not allowed to have a beard.
Yeah, okay, yes.
But you're allowed to have a mustache.
Okay, I was going to inquire.
And so they all do.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Wow, that was a hell of a bump she took there. And that looked like actually her, but I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Shove that ferret back in there.
It's got to wrangle that thing around.
Like that's a live animal.
Yeah.
Those urinals look a little tall for...
Yeah, I feel like I said...
yeah, it's not a real
I'm
school.
guessing probably the interior, they probably shot at high school or something.
Wow. They go hard on the domestic violence in this movie.
Because now we're back to the PG-13 movie.
Right. Like, at this point, like, I want to talk to my mom and be like, hey, Mom, do you remember watching this movie?
Yeah.
Like, were you, like, nervous and wanting to turn it off? Because,
A little skittish here and there.
Right. Like, how is that little boy supposed to go in that urinal?
Yeah.
Tell me how that works.
Stick his head in it. That's about it.
Yeah, you could take a drink out of it. It is like, the story's kind of crazy that he would point a gun at his own kid.
Yeah.
You know? And look at the kid. I mean, he's doing a great job, whichever twin that is.
Yeah.
Oh, the ferret that doesn't bite. Don't shoot the ferret. What happened to the... Oh, he dropped it on the floor between his legs.
There he is.
Talk about being traumatized as a kid, you know? Ah, the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
With her 80s coif.
Oh, yeah.
And her shoulder pads.
Big volume.
Yeah, she's a walking Aquanet commercial. Do they even still do showers in schools?
I'd have no clue.
I don't either. Those are good-looking bullet holes in the tiling.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
God, regular Jeff Galooly there. I mean, it's not a tire iron, but it's a Louisville Slugger.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being
a
kid and seeing your teacher brought out on a gurney?
Oh, Lord.
Like, that would be absolutely traumatizing. Look at him holding on to that ferret for dear life. Don't let go of that ferret.
Yeah.
We're outside.
Yeah, I'll disappear in a hot minute.
It's cute, though. That little redheaded boy is cute, too. Astoria Fire Department, it said right on it, so I'm an idiot. Me too, buddy. Not a Jell-O fan.
Jell-O.
I'm not a fan of any Jell-O, really. It's not like his arms are broken. Why couldn't he feed himself the Jell-O? Why? That's weird.
Yeah. Especially klutzomatic here.
Yeah, I love it. $200 gift basket full of meats and cheeses.
Clothes on.
It's a good character.
Yeah. It gives an impression. Instead of being bland old nothing fiance. Right. He's got a gimmick. And she's been wonderful this whole film. She's a really bright spot. There it is.
Like, that literally looks like every high school in every movie. Only half of the lockers have locks on them. Weird. Nobody saw that giant of a man walk in the door? He said he'd be back.
Yes.
I love that she just always leaves her kids.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, what, 3rd graders, 4th graders?
They're about, yeah.
And she's like, hey, everyone, just wait here for a minute. I'm going to go over there.
There it is. You ain't going nowhere.
They're gonna do it, one said. Everyone's cheering. Where's my girl? Where's Emma? Is that her right there in the front? I can't
I think
tell.
in the red, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what a strange, like, combination of genres.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that, like, juxtaposed in the same movie. Like, that's weird. Stewardess, Angela Bassett. Look at that.
Whoa.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
Real deal.
Well, yeah, she wouldn't have
been.
She wouldn't have been much of anybody at this point in her life.
Sure. I would have recognized.
This is '89. Catherine Reitman, 3rd grade student.
Yeah.
So there you go. Oh, there's another
And
kiss.
Then they get their own section of the credits.
Oh, so the kid in the room making out with the girl during the fire alarm was Reitman's kid.
Yeah, Jason.
Larry. Yeah. I mean, the kids are really the best part of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm still kind of taken aback at how weird it is. I'd forgot. Like, I remember the kids, but I had forgotten that there was a sliced up rated R crime drama
Yeah.
that commingled with a PG comedy to make a PG-13 movie.
Yeah. What's even weirder is that they made a sequel 25 years later with Dolph Lundgren.
No.
That nobody watched.
I don't think I realized it was a sequel. I thought it was like a remake.
No, it was called Kindergarten Cop 2.
Oh. That's bad.
Let's get another guy with an accent to come in here. And no, reviews didn't do anything.
Why would you do that? Like, what?
Universal had this weird sort of string of, like, let's make a bunch of long overdue sequels to 90s flicks like Hard Target 2 or a bunch of random shit. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't know who was running that division.
I don't understand the sequel business. Like, why is everything a sequel or a remake?
Right. They did like a comedy version of like fucking Sudden Death.
What?
Starring Michael Jai White.
Weird.
It's just called Welcome to Sudden Death. And it's just a straight comedy film. It's like, what are you doing over there at Universal? Who's handling this division of your studio? Whoever it is, get rid of them because they're doing a terrible job.
Yeah, like, who's greenlighting these disasters?
Probably the same person who greenlit 5 Scorpion King sequels that have nothing to do with the original film.
Well, do those...
They're all direct-to-video nonsense.
Do those at least make money, though?
I suppose someone thinks they're making money.
I guess if they don't, they wouldn't keep making them.
Beats the fuck out of me.
I really don't know anything. Michael Seacros, second unit director. He had to put the C in there to not be confused with my guy from Tremors.
And such, yeah.
And
Family Ties.
Family Ties, yeah. Very nice man. Astor School.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess there was a matte painting there. ILM worked on it. That might have been that ocean shot.
Yeah.
Questioning.
It didn't look real.
Looked at Ted Painterly, yes.
It was Painterly.
With the sky and all that.
Yeah. What a fun movie, but...
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's a more fun movie if you're an adult.
Peculiar.
If you're an adult, it's fun.
Yeah. As a kid, it's a little...
Why did I love this?
For you.
I loved this movie when I was like 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Why?
It's weird.
I don't know. I guess I was always into like super weird or crime dramas and horror, so...
Sure.
Right up my alley.
That's Imagine Entertainment. That's Ron Howard's company.
Right, because Grazer was a producer, so
kept a little bit on that. But
all right.
Anyway.
All right, well, until next time.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Adios.
Bye.